This is the Nonprofit Spotlight Show with Janice Murray.
Good morning. I'm Janice Murray, and we're here on the Nonprofit Spotlight Show, which is brought to you by KHTS Radio. We are here on your hometown station, 98.1 FM and AM 1220. I am beside myself with grins and giggles. This is probably one of the best nonprofits for this time of day. I'm already loopy, and I'm excited because we have Samuel Dixon Family Health Center, and this is the show where anything could happen. Anything could happen, so I'm just going to put that out there. We are going to be highlighting their big event that is called the Rubber Ducky Regatta. If you haven't figured that out, we've got some duck lovers in attendance, and we'll explain all that. But first, I'd love to introduce my guest. I'm going to start to my extreme right. We have Daisy Weich. We've got Alan Ferdman, Philip Solomon, and Gloria Mercado Fortine.
And Terrence.
Terrence, oh, I'm so sorry. The mic is blocking his face. I didn't even see him.
Oh,
Hi, Terrence. Okay. Well, you know what? I wish that all the kids could see this one because they would get the biggest smile like I had when you walked past the window as I was doing my last show. This is probably the most fun that we're going to have today. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it out to Philip. You, as the executive director, are going to have to control your crew. Okay, there's one in the group that's going to be the troublemaker. I'm just putting it out there. We know who that is. Terrence. Terrence. Okay. So let us talk about Samuel Dixon Family Health Center. We need to let our listeners know a little bit about the organization before we get into the fun.
Sure, absolutely. Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers, we came around, started by Reverend Samuel Dixon in the community of Val Verde. Mm-hmm. He and his congregation identified a need for healthcare services for those out in that area. And so he started bringing in doctors, physicians, nurse practitioners, all coming to volunteer to provide those services to the folks out in the Val Verde community. We opened our first health center in honor of him, Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers. We opened in Val Verde in 1980.
Wow.
And since then, we opened one in Canyon Country. Newhall was our most recent one. That was in 2009. Mm-hmm. And then we also are on the campuses of College of the Canyons and Cal Arts. And we first initially started just doing healthcare services. But as we worked with the community and those in need, we identified that outside of just healthcare services, there were needs for oral health care as well as behavioral health care. So in the last 5 years, we added a dental program. We added a behavioral health program. We also have enrollment specialists to help those that are uninsured identify coverages that they could afford, whether it's under the Covered California or Medi-Cal, or enrolling them in several other county and state programs that we participate in for those that are uninsured or of low income and can't afford insurances. So, that we've been providing those services since 1980.
Wow. I have to ask the question because I think last year when you guys came on this show, we talked about goals for the future and the prevalence of mental health issues, and I just want to ask this question for clarification. When you guys say you offer behavioral health services, is that where that falls in?
Yes.
Thank you.
There's always a stigma when you say mental health.
I appreciate that. I kind of knew that was the connection,
yes.
But I just wanted to be sure so everybody understood.
Yes.
And I appreciate that we're giving it a nice, warm, fuzzy name because, yes, mental health does have some kind of stigma, and I don't understand that. If you broke your arm, you'd go to the arm specialist. If you had a brain tumor, you'd go to the brain specialist. So
right.
Why, when we have these mental health issues, are people so afraid to call it what it is and to go and take care of it?
Yes, and we've been fortunate that since you mentioned last year's conversation about mental health services, we recently got a grant to add another counselor to our program.
Wonderful.
And an individual that we call a patient care coordinator to help connect those that don't have mental health coverage in their insurance plans to affordable services locally, whether it's here in Santa Clarita Valley or in the San Fernando Valley.
Wonderful. Now, for our listeners, Samuel Dixon Family Health Center, you told us you have the 3 offices, Val Verde, Canyon Country, and Newhall. Are your clients just kind of constricted to those areas, or are you open to clients from any area?
Anywhere. We have individuals coming from the Antelope Valley area, obviously from Castaic.
It's easy
When I say over the hill, San Fernando, even down from Los Angeles. We have folks coming from all over the place in LA County that whether they were clients of ours before they left the area, which I like to contribute that to, just them enjoying
Good care.
the care that they receive from us. But they come from all over LA County. I'm surprised when I look at our annual data to see just how widespread our patients from the LA County area, where they're coming from.
So Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers takes most insurance, Medicare, Medi-Cal, what?
All types. You could select us as your PCP under your health plan. But when we look at the makeup of our patients, we have about 50% of our patients are on some form of Medi-Cal. And we have about 20%, 25% that are still don't have any insurance. And that could be a number of reasons why, because it's also very expensive. And then we have the smaller percentage that have private insurances. But we take all forms.
I asked that question, and I want to follow up with this one. I heard you say, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys give assistance in the enrollment process. Tell me a little bit about that, because I know I've got a girlfriend who's looking to go on Medicare, and she's asking me questions. I'm like, you're older than me. How do I know?
Yes.
I want to direct her to the right place, but,
So Carlos Diaz is my enrollment specialist. Shout out to Carlos there. But yes, if you're uninsured, one of the things that we do is that our front desk staff connects them to Carlos so that he can assess whether or not they qualify for Medi-Cal. If they do, then he will, from start to finish, help them obtain Medi-Cal coverage.
Wow.
He is a certified enroller, so he has access to the websites to get in there and enroll folks directly. He also does that for Covered California, if you want to select a plan under those programs. And then, as I mentioned, the other county and state programs that we participate in. If you don't qualify for Medi-Cal or Covered California, then he'll look at the other programs to see if you qualify for, so that you could get health care at either zero or just a very nominal fee.
So this is coming to the Samuel Dixon Family Health Center family. Before you're ever a patient, this service is
available. Yes, and
that's amazing.
Almost every time you see us out in the community at an event, Carlos will be there.
Oh, good.
Sometimes we double book him, so we can't make them all. But he's there, or we have staff that are there that can provide that information to folks, where they could reach out and contact him directly. So whether they choose us to be their primary care provider when he enrolls them, that's not the objective of us doing that service. It's really to get them coverage.
That is an
they could choose whoever they
resource. That is an amazing resource, and I did not know that, and I'm glad that you guys came here and shared that with me today, because I know I can name a few people I need to have that conversation with, and I will share Carlos Diaz's name. Is there a phone number that we can attach to him?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
Do we have a brochure, Daisy?
Help
I think Daisy will be able to pull out our brochure and get his number. But you could always go on our website.
And that is?
sdfhc.org. And all of our contact information is there. You could stop by any one of our health centers. Here we go. Perfect. Carlos Diaz, where is Carlos at? It's their code, of course, is 661. Then it's 402-2766.
That is excellent. And your office, main office number that people would call if they wanted to get some general information?
Let me get this card again.
I know.
So the new hall is, again, all same area code, 661. It's 291-1777.
Got it.
And the Canyon Country is 424-1220. and then Valverde is 257-4008. And I did that without even looking.
Good for
we
you.
saw that. I
Good
noticed
for
that.
you.
that's really good,
Okay.
man.
Well,
I'm
when
impressed.
we are done with the show, in case our listeners missed anything, I'm going to have Patrick take a picture of my lovely group, and then I will post on the Nonprofit Spotlight Facebook page and the KHTS radio page with all this information with links to you guys. So if you missed anything, don't panic, don't worry. We're going to say it a couple times. But that is important news. I am grateful that you came today, if for nothing else, that bit of information, because I
Right.
learned something new. And I try every day to learn something new. So thank you for that.
Of course.
Gloria,
Yes.
I don't want you guys will all get a chance to talk, but especially you, because I know that you have your hands in 1,000 fires and you are so busy, and I'm so grateful that you took the time to come and join us. Is there anything that you want to add about Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers or the foundation, the work that you guys are doing on that end?
Well, I'm very proud to be the chairman of the board of the Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers. And you know what? We've been around for nearly 40 years, and it is still a secret. And so, we're working very hard to reach out to the community because there's so many people out there that could really benefit from our services.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we strive to do, is really to get our message out. We are the only health center that is really homegrown. I mean, we are here.
Absolutely. Started from
We started here.
right here.
Our roots are here, and all. So again, I just hope that people who need us reach out to us. We have just a few signature events, as you know, and you'll be hearing more about our Rubber Ducky Festival, and which is now in its 17th year.
Wow.
But it is our signature event. We just want to make sure everybody knows about it and supports it, because that's how we raise also some funds to be able to fill in that gap for our patients. So, and we're really looking forward to it. It's right around the corner in October. And I have to say, we just have the most wonderful staff, very caring. If you go to the clinics, I mean, they are there for you. They'll answer any questions. They'll give you all the support that you need. So I'm just, as being on the board, and our board members are very, very proud of the work.
And
the
you have
mission.
an amazing, very strong group of board members as well, who are just as passionate as your staff. So kudos to you guys for that. Is there anything else? We've got about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Is there anything else we want to talk about the organization, programs on that end? Because I know that
yeah.
Mr. Rubber Ducky is waiting to jump in.
I'm waiting.
I know you are, darling.
A few other things with our behavioral health program. We're fortunate that we have great partners in our community, and we do partner with child and family centers in which we have a contract in place so that anyone who does not have mental health insurance or coverage, when they see us for our counseling services, and if they are in need of psychiatric care, we have a contract with Child and Family so that we can access their psychiatrist and
Wonderful.
provide that access to our patients. Additionally, with substance abuse, because they almost always go hand in hand, we are again contracted with Child and Family so that we could have access to their KDAC counselors on site there, so that our patients who, again, do not have that coverage, have access to that care.
I appreciate that. I'm going to, because I'm getting the high sign that we need to take a break, I'm going to hold off my question, but I'm going to tease this for the next segment. I want you to just reiterate the collaboration that you mentioned briefly with COC and Cal Arts when we come back. We are here on the Nonprofit Spotlight Show. I am Janice Murray. We've been talking with Samuel Dixon Family Health Center. We're here by way of your hometown station, 98.1 FM and AM 1220. We'll be right back.
The best live theater can be found right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The Canyon Theater Guild has been entertaining audiences for decades with top quality musicals and plays. Located on Main Street in Old Town Newhall, CTG also offers workshops for the young actor in your family. For more information, call the box office at 799-2702 or go online to canyontheater.org.
Time for a car wash, but fearful of the scratches that go along with it? Canyon Car Wash and Valencia Car Wash proudly use 100% lamb's cloth to prevent scratches and provide the best wash possible. Both locations use environmentally friendly solutions to wash and wax your vehicle, and they both accept all other car wash coupons. Give your vehicle the wash it deserves. Visit Canyon Car Wash on Soledad across from Edwards Cinema, or Valencia Car Wash on Creekside Road behind Target.
Hometown, your hometown station.
This is the Nonprofit Spotlight Show with Janice Murray.
We are back on the Nonprofit Spotlight Show. I am Janice Murray, and we're here having way too much fun with Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers. We have Daisy Witch, Philip Solomon, Alan Ferdman, and Gloria Mercado Fortine. And we were talking about, I'm not going to give you any props just yet, not because the troublemaker over there. We were talking about the services that you offered, and specifically the health services and dental and behavioral health, which have been recently added to your programs. You mentioned in the very first segment early on some collaboration with COC and CalArts, and I think that's crucial because if I'm understanding it correctly, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, there's a population, there's a demographic there that is underserved. And it's college students who maybe are living on their own now, who don't have health care coverage or have been bumped off their parents' plan. Tell me a little bit about that before we move into our favorite conversation.
Yes, specifically at the two college campuses, we provide family planning services and men and women's health care. So, for those students there that are in need of those services, we want to make sure that they have access to them.
Wonderful.
They also, those students that come see us at their student health center site, they have access to all of our services at any of our 3 locations.
Oh.
So although we don't provide the whole gamut of services at the college sites, it is limited, but at all the students have access to all of our services at our health centers.
Wonderful. That's amazing. And I don't know who initiated that. I'm sure Gloria had a hand in that because of her connection with COC, but that was a wonderful collaboration. I just feel for the college students because I had 2 recently graduate, and I understand they don't want to go to the student center. They want to go to their own doctor, and as they age out of their parents' plan, they don't have the money to go see a doctor. So,
and as you know, there's a good percentage of our students who are homeless.
I know. Here in Santa Clarita, we have to admit that. Yes, we do know that. So I so appreciate that you guys have looked at that population of that little demographic and included them in your umbrella. So, is there anything else, Gloria or Philip, that we want our listeners to know before we move into the most important conversation?
Let's go on over here.
He's itching. He is itching. So, Daisy, tell us about your involvement with the Rubber Ducky Festival. This is your baby.
It is. This is my first year actually planning it. I did help Mary Holber out last year, so
you're not a stranger to it.
No, I'm not a stranger, but I really got to see firsthand how important our fundraiser is. Like Gloria said, it does help us bridge that gap into the funds that we need to continue to provide for the community. And it's right around the corner on October the 12th from 11 to 2, and it's going to be at Bridgeport Park in Valencia again this year. And we're going to have Papa Duck out there with Terrence. Can Terrence give us a little quack? There we go.
I love it.
His quackers is a little under the duck right now because he's been yelling and training all the other ducks.
Oh, well, that's important work. We need him to do that.
Right. But we're looking forward to the event. We're going to have Island Passion coming back.
Wonderful.
We had a great time with them. And also, And Action Photo Booth is coming back this year. And a lot of our guests enjoyed that as well.
Island Passion is the dance troupe,
It
right?
is. It is.
Amazing.
The band.
The band.
The band.
Yes,
Who's
live.
you guys doing dance this time too?
We have different.
Every year we always have different performers
okay.
come out. So,
It's-
but Island Passion, we had them last year. They came out.
I remember I
jammed
stopped
some
in
music
last
for
year.
us, yeah.
This is, again, I hate to say it, but I'm biased. It's one of my favorite kind of events because it is a family-friendly event. When my kids were little and I was always going off, when I first started doing the show 15 years ago, and I was always going off to these charity events, I felt like I couldn't take them to most of the events, like at the Hyatt, cocktails, whatever. And, there were like 2 that I could take them to, and I was like, great, and they enjoyed it. And then I always felt as a parent, I am kind of educating the next generation of philanthropic minds, because if you bring them, they understand what it is you're doing, why you're doing this event, why you're attending it, why you're supporting it. Maybe they'll have a heart for doing that when they grow up. So this is one of my favorite events, and I just love that there's something for everybody, the grandparents, the kids, the adults. And one of the things I do want to mention, you said earlier, you guys go to other events where people like Carlos Diaz is there at a booth showing, the resources and talking about the things that you guys do. This is one of those kind of events where there's going to be other healthcare kind of services there, or other booths that people can go through, talk to, get information. This is kind of a,
And organizations can get their own booth.
Yes, Clarita, do you want to talk about how that happens?
So we welcome, organizations, because we have a lot of organizations, whether it's dental or beauty or schools, that want to put out information, safety, fire, sheriff, all of those organizations. It's a good venue.
It's
to
a great
get
venue.
their information out as well.
Unlimited space to have the booths, to have other organizations share and come out. But the highlight of the day, Mr. Ferdman, tell us, as Papa Duck with Terrence, tell us about the Rubber Ducky Festival itself.
Well, this is going to be a new and improved Rubber Ducky Festival because we have some new special things occurring that we've never done before. So you know that there's always prizes, and you can if your duck wins the race, if Terrence does a really great job of coaching them, that you get a financial prize. Well, normally, and as this time as well, you don't really need to be present to win. But if you are there to collect your prize in person, we're going to give you an extra prize. So there's even more incentive to be there to see Terrence. And we were talking about all of the services that we provide. We picked Terrence up from the dental program, as you can see.
I can see he's got all that good-looking
That's right.
interior there.
But he's been really coaching the ducks. So we have, in addition, we have a lot of elected officials that are going to be there, that have committed to be there throughout the day to give an award to Dorothy Dixon Duck, and to talk to the people that attend, and also it's a good opportunity to meet a lot of your elected officials. I know Catherine Barger has said she would be there. Mayor McLean will be there. Christy Hill, Katie Smith, and on Lackey, and we've got a whole group of elected officials that have agreed to be there. So you're going to have a really good time. I have some special surprises in store for people that attend. We go around and we make sure that all of the vendors that are there get an opportunity to say hello to the audience, and we should just have a really great time, right, Terrence?
Well,
That's what I
also,
thought.
we will have the truck, food trucks.
Food
there.
trucks?
So
that's what I was thinking. It's getting close to lunchtime, and I was thinking to ask that, but I didn't want to.
Just in case you happen to get hungry, we want to make sure that there'll be some to eat. We're gonna have games for the kids. We'll have the climbing wall again, and
Nice.
those kind of things, which they can just have a really great time. So. We really want to make this an event that you can bring your children to, that your children will have a good time, the adults have something to do, there's prizes to win, there's ducks to watch. I mean, what could be better than that?
Well, I don't know, but Daisy, I'm going to ask you to tell us the details. How do we get ducks in the race? I want a few. I want to be in the running for this prize money.
Absolutely. So you can go to all 3 of our health centers, and they have brochures, and you can go ahead and adopt ducks there. And I see Janice is holding one up. They look like that.
Yes.
Or you can also go to DixonDuckDash.com and adopt ducks there also.
DixonDuckDash.com. Wow.
But
Wait.
Daisy,
The word dash?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can have Terrence. He's not adoptable. I already own him. No,
but
he's
he's
already
so
with me.
cute.
And Daisy, what is the minimal cost of a duck?
And it's only going to cost you $5 a duck. But I will say, the more you buy, the more we give you. So
Really? What does that mean? Like a baker's dozen or something?
Similar.
I like that
similar
extra
to
one. Throw that in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you get a
So the
ducky
more you
dozen.
buy, the more chance you have to win that money.
And if you don't pay or play, you can't win, right?
Exactly.
So you gotta get your adoption forms at any one of the locations. We're gonna have some of these here at the radio station.
Yes.
we have. Yeah.
Okay, that's smart. That's smart. Bring us some to put on the counter.
And you can even buy some of these really, really nice sunglasses, which give you a whole new perspective on life.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's face painting, jewelry making, fun kind of crafty things for the kids again this year.
Yes, there's going to be the kids' decoration booth. So they're going to get a duck, get to decorate it any which way they want, and then they're going to have get to race it as well. And whoever wins will also get a prize.
So
that's
tell
fun
me,
for them.
how many formal races are there throughout the day?
There's going to be
Heats.
4, I believe.
Yes,
Okay.
there's three
heat
heats
races.
and then the final one. And
Three
the final
heats.
one will determine the prize winners.
And let's go over some of the prizes.
Yes.
Right.
So prizes.
Great
I'm looking-
prizes.
yes. So we have cash
Does he need a
prizes.
form?
I'm looking around for my
Give him
form.
a form.
I don't
Give
want
him
to.
money.
I don't want to say the wrong amount
Daisy, help
and
him
then
out.
be held accountable for
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Do you
'cause
remember
you'll
them,
have to write the
Daisy?
check, right?
It's the first place is 2,000.
Wow.
Second place is 1,500.
1,000. Yes, second is 1,000,
If you say so.
and then
it's
we
your
have,
checkbook.
third is 500,
Fourth.
and then fourth is a 2-pack Disney pass.
That's worth more
yeah,
than it. That's the one
so
everybody wants.
that's the park hopper. That's the fourth place
Oh,
prize.
wow.
And if it is 1,500, at least I underestimated. So
Rather than promise the other.
yeah.
That's cool.
And then we also have a few other prizes for like 5th, 6th, and then we have prizes for each heat winner because there's 3 heats before
Right.
the final. So there's prizes for each heat winner. But you got to adopt your ducks to become eligible.
Absolutely.
And the more you adopt, the better for our patients because all the proceeds go directly towards the healthcare, dental, and mental health costs. We base all of our fees if you're uninsured on a sliding fee. Minimum fee is $36.
Wow.
And so if you think about a visit with your doctor, and if you're
You
uninsured,
can get a phone call with your doctor for $36. Are you kidding?
absolutely. So we want to make all of our services accessible and affordable if you don't have coverage. And the $36 is just the nominal fee we charge, which probably about 97% of our uninsured patients qualify for that nominal fee. So this event helps
To bridge the
cover
gap.
the cost so that we can continue to offer such a nominal fee to our patients.
Wonderful. Wow.
And, I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors. We have just some wonderful sponsors.
I'm going to caution you not to say them on
No.
air because
Okay.
Jerry will be after me.
Oh,
I'll,
okay.
I'll be in
Yeah.
trouble. But those
But-
sponsors are listed on your
They're-
website.
yes.
They're listed.
And
Yes.
they're
you know
listed
what?
on the actual
Yes.
Exactly.
duck
Okay.
adoption form.
But-
Yeah, I
but
don't want to get anybody
every
in trouble.
organization.
I do.
We rely on our sponsors.
Absolutely.
And, so we thank them.
Absolutely. And again, that information is on your website and it is on the adoption form. And it'll be posted,
Posted
at the event.
at the event,
Yes.
yes.
At
I
the
appreciate you wanting to acknowledge
Yeah.
them, but there's always
now
the
I know.
opportunity that you'll
Yes.
forget somebody too, and I hate
And
that.
if you show up, I'll make sure you get a guaranteed picture with Terrence.
Oh, I don't get Terrence. I can't take Terrence home with me.
You
We
get
can work on
Terrence
that. We can
Jr.
work on that.
Oh, I can have Terrence Jr. They're little
There's a lot
juniors.
of little juniors.
So again, you can't join the fun and win one of these potential prizes if you don't adopt a duck. As simple as a $5 donation for one duck, all the way up to as many. I mean,
As many
there's
as you want.
As many as you want. You can fill the pond with all your ducks. How do you know which duck is mine?
Numbered.
Ah.
all numbered.
We know. We know because all
Yes.
the
Yeah,
ducks.
you got it right there.
There's
They're
a
all
number
numbered.
on the form, and there's a number on the bottom of the duck. So
Yes.
there is no chance of getting misconstrued.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
But we do invite everyone to get into the fun of it and dress like
Oh
a
gee,
duck.
oh gee.
Be
I
creative.
remember my first year, there was a mom and a dad with twins in a stroller.
were
You
they
remember that?
cute?
They were
Remember
adorable,
that. They
dressed
were
like little ducks. There's this one's an easy one to get into the spirit of, absolutely. And again, like Alan said, there's going to be some memorabilia, some duck
Yes.
memorabilia that's available to purchase.
Yes, and we actually got two here. This is for you, Janice.
Oh,
So you
I
got a
need
hat
a
and a water
furnace.
bottle.
There you go.
oh my God, this is perfect. Thank you so much.
And so someone's
So
wearing a
much.
necklace. Gloria's wearing a necklace.
No, don't take it all off just yet. We got time.
Yes.
But this
As
is
we
the
take
kind.
off.
That's-
This
those
is the
are
kind
yours.
of memorabilia that can be purchased
Yes.
at the event. I love that.
And just so the folks know, the event is completely free.
Yes.
So you do not have to, although we want you to, you do not have to adopt any ducks to participate in the event. It's absolutely free. And all the memorabilia stuff that we are selling, the duck stuff and all these things, we sell them at cost. So I think that hat is like $2, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So we're not looking to make any profits off the merchandise, because we want people to get the merchandise, have a good time.
Get
The
some information.
duck adoptions is where we make the proceeds and the sponsorships. So if you're interested on being a sponsor, reach out to us. If you're interested in being a vendor, reach out to us, because the vendor fees, the sponsor fees, and the duck adoptions is really where we get the proceeds to help cover our costs for our patients.
Understood. Now, again, I'm going to ask you to do the hard thing. I know the website is www.sdfhc.org, Samuel Dixon Family Health Center. But the phone numbers again, because somebody's listening and they want to call you and get some more information or make a donation. It's on you.
Okay, so Newhall is the same area code, 661-291-1777. Canyon Country is 424-1220, and Valverde is 257-4008. And the main office is 257 2339.
2339.
I don't dial that too often.
I know. That's where you are, right? You don't call yourself?
It's the what is it on the phone? The auto dial, right? You just
Yeah.
or you say, "Hey Siri, call the corporate office."
Yes. Lots of ways for people to come out and support. Now, this isn't really, is this really your only? This is your only fundraiser, as it were.
Yes.
Can anyone go online and make a donation, or do like a monthly?
Thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Gloria wants us to, but I need to know how we do that.
Absolutely. Just go on our website, and there's
There's
a
a button or
place.
something?
Yes, there's a button if you want to donate to the agency. Click the button. We're a 501c3, so everything you donate is tax deductible. But know that your support that you provide to us, again, goes to the high costs for the healthcare, dental, and behavioral health services that we provide to our patients at a very nominal fee, so that they could gain access to them.
Absolutely. And again, I just want to reiterate, when you go to the Rubber Ducky Festival, if you are in a position and you're looking for health care, or you're looking for a plan, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start that search, or even what makes sense for you and your family, I'm hopeful that, as you say, Carlos Diaz, who is the enrollment specialist, will be there. He'd be more than happy to talk with you and give you the information that you need to be able to make a very educated decision about what is best for you. It doesn't have to be Samuel Dixon Family Health Center, but it would be nice to support them, but it is helpful to get all the information, arm yourself with all the resources before you make that final decision. So that is a free service that is offered by Samuel Dixon Family Health Center. That's amazing. We are here on the Nonprofit Spotlight Show. I am Janice Murray. We are here by way of KHTS Radio on your hometown station, 98.1 FM and AM 1220. We're going to take a quick break and come back and wrap up our show. Don't go away.
Healthcare can be difficult if you're underinsured or have Medi-Cal. Samuel Dixon Family Health Center can help. Services are available on a sliding fee schedule. The mission of the Samuel Dixon Family Health Center is to give the Santa Clarita Valley access to affordable, quality primary care. There are 3 locations to serve you: Canyon Country, Newhall, and Valverde. Go to sdfhc.org for more information and to find the location most convenient for you.
The Art Gallery of Santa Clarita Artists Association, located in downtown Newhall on 6th Street between Railroad and Main, features local members' original artwork with changing exhibits every 2 months. Purchase affordable art for your home or as gifts. Open Friday through Sunday or by appointment. Artists wishing to join the SCAA can visit santaclaritaartist.org, come to our free monthly meetings at Barnes & Noble, or stop by the gallery. For upcoming shows, check us out at santaclaritaartist.org. We make visual art visible.
Your hometown station, KHTS. This is the Nonprofit Spotlight Show with Janice Murray.
We are back on the Nonprofit Spotlight Show, and I am Janice Murray. I am here with the staff and board of Samuel Dixon Family Health Center, the representatives for Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers. You guys you bring me joy. This is a great event, a family-friendly event we're talking about, and that is the Rubber Ducky Festival. Your 17th year going strong. Alan Ferdman promises bigger, better, some exciting surprises. Daisy is really working to have this thing go as smoothly as it always does. Philip and Gloria, you guys control all the dignitaries and make sure all the right people are there. And we're going to have a lot of fun, as this event always is. But, Philip, I said that to say this is your big charity event. This is what we want to bring the community together to support this event, because this event is how you pay for or support those services that you offer to your clients. And when we talked about it in the beginning, we talked about the 3 locations: Valverde, where this all started, Canyon Country, and Newhall. But I failed, is my mistake. I failed to ask, what are your hours of operation? What days are you guys open for services?
Yes, so we expanded our service hours and days. Yes, we did that a few years back because we acknowledged that our patients may have several jobs.
Yes.
May work long hours.
Yes.
May work on weekends or only have weekends to access care for themselves and their families. So we are open Monday through Saturday.
All 3 offices?
The Canyon Country and Newhall sites, they share the same operation hours. So they're Monday through Saturday. Mondays and Saturdays, they're 8 to 4:30. And then Tuesdays through Friday, there's 8 to 7 p.m.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yes, and then our Valverde location, it's only 8 to 4:30, and then they alternate Mondays and Saturdays. So one week it's Tuesday through Saturday, the other is Monday through Friday.
Gotcha.
So, but at any given time on Saturdays, we'll either have 2 of the health centers open or all 3.
That is amazing. Again, as a mother with children, we all know they never get sick until it's the oddball hour, the oddball day of the week. Yes, and you can't control that. So I appreciate that you guys recognize that. And true to your point, there's a lot of families here that are working 2 jobs, or it's a single mom. She can't get back into the valley, or she can't get to the kids, pick them up, get them to the office before regular closing hours. That is such a benefit. You guys are amazing. That you just think outside the box and think about the things that your client base really, really needs. And that, and the enrollment services, that assistance, the dental, the behavioral health services. You guys have your finger on the pulse of what's going on here in Santa Clarita, and I appreciate that. I mean, it's unfortunate that you have to include certain things, but glad that you guys are here filling the gaps.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we try.
Absolutely,
try.
absolutely. So we got to do the business, but the fun part of your whole job is this big event once a year. And Alan, I know you came on board a couple of years ago and has turned this thing into just a party.
Gotta have fun.
Party
Yes,
animal.
you do.
He is
Yes,
a
you
party
do.
animal.
Yes, you do. Anything else you want to tell us? Talk to about the kids' activities or anything specific
That's it.
about the Rubber Ducky Festival?
Don't forget the date.
The date?
The date. Oh, well, the date
Most
is very
important.
important because if you don't know the date, you won't be there. But at the same time, I have to see it through these sunglasses. It's October the 12th.
Yes,
I
it
told
is.
you that we could read through these things.
Yes, it
It's
is.
really good.
October 12th.
Very good.
At Bridgeport
Park.
And Terrence will be there.
Time.
Dorothy Dixon Duck will be there. You're going to have a lot of dignitaries there. We have a lot of new things going on, prizes. Dress your children up as ducks and join in the fun. And,
From 11 to 2
From 11 to 2.
on October 12th.
That's right.
Food trucks.
Food trucks.
There's going to be food trucks there.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Fun things for the
Entertainment.
kids
We're
to
gonna have a
do.
great time. Yeah, we'll have a constant.
Prizes galore.
We're going to have a constant show going on the whole time, with something going on every minute of the time that it goes that from 11 to 2, and there'll be lots and lots of prizes, and specifically more prizes if you're there to collect your prize in person.
So there are 3 heats and 1 final meet that the ducks are racing in.
That's right.
And if you want to be a part of the prize winnings, the first place prize at $2,000, second place at $1,000, third place at $500, and fourth place is a 2-pack Disney Park Hopper.
Yes.
With some ancillary prizes for the different heats and some other things going on. But those 4 main ones, you can't win those if you aren't playing. And the way you play...
And what better thing can you do than get a picture with Dorothy and maybe even get an autograph by her if she can get her hands out of the,
You gotta buy your ducks first, though.
Yes.
That's right.
And I do know that there's probably a little window if you can't get to one of the 3 offices and if you can't get to the radio station to get your form to adopt your ducks. There's a little window at the actual event if you come early.
Yes.
Where you can still buy a few ducks. They won't be trained as well as the ones already in the water.
Last minute
yeah.
entries.
Yeah, there'll be the late
Yeah, there'll be the
trainers,
late
but, you know,
bloomers, but-
they still have a good chance of winning. There's no doubt about it. And it won't be just a little window. We're going to have a big signs pointing to it so that if you're there and you want more ducks,
You get them.
you can get them there.
This is a one-of-a-kind event, and if you've never been to a rubber ducky festival or a rubber ducky regatta is what it used to be called, you have to go. You have to witness it in person. It is one of a kind. I remember the very first time I went, and I had no clue what it was all about, and it was just I grinned the whole time. It was just so much fun, and I know that this is one of the favorites for moms and dads with little ones, because who doesn't love a big fuzzy yellow and orange duck? And a big fuzzy yellow and orange clad man.
MC, right? It's true, it's true. And I tell you what, I have some special surprises for everybody in the way I'm going to be dressed this time. So
We can hardly wait to
I
see
know,
it.
I know. Well, we hope that the weather holds up. It's October 12th at Bridgeport Park. It's a wonderful, beautiful venue for you guys. And 2 things. If there is still an opportunity, if you have a business that is healthcare, family care, child care related, and you want to get a booth at the festival, you still have time to do that.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And all you simply have to do is call the office? Or?
Yes, call the office and ask for Daisy. Daisy will handle all the vendors. And it really could be any business. It doesn't just have to be around healthcare or family services.
Okay.
It could be on any business because your business being there supports what we're doing.
Absolutely. The fee for the booth rental is part of the support that goes towards helping pay for the services that you guys offer. So that's important. And sponsorship, what is that? Are there dollar levels for sponsorship as well?
Yes, there's various levels.
I'm asking the hard questions here. You guys but people want to know.
Yeah, there's various levels, and any sponsor that we get at any level, we will acknowledge them, of course, with signage at the event.
Absolutely.
And as you move up the sponsorship levels, you'll have your own sign. Some of our sponsors have their own sign because of the amount that they're contributing. They'll have their own booth. And when we say prime spot, if you haven't been to our event, the prime spot for a booth is right next to the waterway, where all the ducks race.
Makes sense, because
So
that's where everybody's going to be
you
congregating,
will
right?
see everything that's going on there. But again, the sponsorship goes a long ways with helping our patients.
So this is a free, family-friendly event. The
Right.
way that you guys raise money is through the sponsorships, the booth rentals, basically, and any donations. And let us not forget the amazing, fun, very one-of-a-kind, and cool. I'm loving this. You don't know how much I needed one of these for the new gym I just joined.
There you go.
And we should all remember that Samuel Dixon Family Health Center interact and help a large percentage of our population directly.
Absolutely.
So everything that you contribute, or every duck that you purchase, goes to helping another individual have health care they may not have had.
Well
And
said,
it's
Alan.
very, very important.
Did you guys
that we
pay
do
him
that.
to say that? 'Cause
Excellent.
that
No,
was
brilliant. It just
perfect.
pops out.
I
Yeah.
know. I said this show would be full of surprises.
Terrence has been coaching me this whole
Exactly.
time.
I'm so
That's
glad you
right.
brought Terrence along to do that.
Terrence is the brain.
Gloria. I love it. Is there anything, any of you guys, I don't want you to go home and get in the car and go, oh, I forgot to say that. This is our opportunity. Our take-home message, what we really want our listeners to know, or anything important that we've left out. Daisy?
Just the last thing. We hope that everybody in Santa Clarita can make it. All residents, we welcome you. Bring the kids out to have fun, decorate a duck, race it, win some prizes, and just overall have a good time at the Rubber Ducky Festival.
Absolutely. Alan, you want to reiterate about dressing up? You got prizes for
well,
that
you
too?
know of course, yellow and orange are my favorite colors, and so I've got some new surprises for everybody. But just realize that it's anybody that's within the sound of this radio station is invited to show up. Whether you live here in Santa Clarita or not, come on to the Rubber Ducky Festival and have a really great time, and introduce yourself, and maybe I'll even interview you in front of the world.
Ooh. Philip, how about you?
No, we just appreciate all of our partners in the community for supporting us all these years, going on almost 4 decades now. And this event is a large part of what we're able to do. So just come on out. It's a couple hours. It's only from 11 to 2. And we do that purposely because we know Saturdays are very busy for a lot of people. So after a soccer game, come on down. Before a game, come on down. We got a lot of things for the kids to do. And the big thing that we added last year is that the decoration booth that we have.
Oh, no. Who thought that up? Decoration booth.
Yeah, our decoration booth. The kids get a rubber duck that they get to decorate, as Daisy had mentioned, and we have their own kids race. So
with a prize?
With the prize.
Oh, got to.
So we have, outside of those, the three heats in the final, before the final, we do a kids race, and all the kids that have decorated their ducks, we race them down. Now, parts fall off because,
Because they just glued them on 2 seconds ago, right?
we don't have numbers, but we're assuming the kids will know that's my duck. So
it sits on the honor system.
Yes. So that was a big hit last year, and we're,
I'm
of course,
sure.
bringing that again this year.
I'm sure. I love that.
And the bubble machines will be running.
Oh, yes.
That's a big thing, too?
Yeah, we have bubble
Not
machines.
that big. Oops,
Yes,
that big.
yes, the one like in the
That you get in?
parade.
No, not that. No. Just bubbles, yeah.
Oh, I like that big inflatable bubble thing. That's crazy. Because you're at the park, you've got all that room.
Everybody loves bubbles.
If a vendor wants to come on by and bring those along, that'd be great.
Okay.
But at this point, we don't have a vendor that is bringing those things. But
There's an
There
opportunity.
you go, an opportunity.
Gloria, how about you?
Okay, well, again, you don't have to be there. If you buy a duck, we'll let you know if you won.
Okay.
So please buy a duck, and
But you get special
but
prizes
you get
if
special
you're
prizes
there in
Yeah,
attendance.
that's right.
And we
Yeah.
really want you to enjoy the day. And you also have an opportunity to meet the staff of Samuel Dixon Family Health Centers. And if you have questions, hey, come on over and we can answer your questions.
And I don't know who mentioned it, but this is an opportunity for the community to meet their local dignitaries,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
councilmen.
Yes.
That's a cool idea as well. And I know they are more than willing to stop and talk to members of the community and share whatever they can with them. So great opportunity. It's a win-win. We've got about 4 minutes left. My goodness.
Wow.
Look at that.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's anything else we need to cover about the event.
Well, it is spectacular when you see, thousands of ducks coming down that waterway. It is
something to see.
It really is. And
do you
love
guys
to
have
take
your
pictures.
own now, or do you remember? Because when you first
Yes,
started it, you were borrowing one from one
Right.
of the other.
Yes. So this, we are in a transition phase. You might hear us say Rubber Ducky Festival or Dixon Duck Dash. We're transitioning.
rebranding?
We're transitioning to the Dixon Duck Dash.
Okay.
Because next year it is our goal to purchase the equipment that we need to make the waterway.
Oh, very cool.
Right now
Do you have engineers on staff?
Rather than borrow and rent it.
Yeah, so right now the Glendale Kiwanis also has a Rubber Duck Festival in the Glendale area. They lend us all of their equipment to do ours. And eventually we want to have our own so that we don't have to always have to truck it from Glendale storage room down over here to Valencia.
I'm excited to see how that turns out.
So
You guys,
next year,
bigger and better
it
every
will
year.
be all ours.
Wow.
And that also helps us with the proceeds, because when we have to use an outside vendor to put the event on,
Extra cost.
There is extra cost.
Absolutely.
And we want to save every penny we could get towards the health care and behavioral health and dental care costs. So we have enough funds to purchase the stuff ourselves, and we are planning to do that all ourselves next year.
And it's an event. It's your only fundraising event, so it's worth, to me, I would imagine, making the investment to have your own.
So we'll see how next year comes along.
Did you guys have any idea of how many people attended last year? I'm just curious.
I think we had somewhere 300 to 400, right around there. It's it's hard to keep count. I always ask,
because it's not a paid-for event.
Right.
There's no tickets, so it's it would
we
be
tried
hard.
to give free raffle tickets one year, but we missed a lot of people because the park is so wide open.
Yeah.
We can't funnel them through one entry point. We don't put gates around anything.
Sure.
So it was just very difficult to do.
But we have space to grow.
Yes, we definitely have
Absolutely.
space to grow. So
And every year is fun and successful, and
Yes.
you guys are still growing and coming up with new, fun, creative ideas and new prizes.
Exactly.
So this is one of those. You want to put this one on your bucket list. If you've got kids of any age, this is one of those family-friendly events you want to attend. I absolutely appreciate all of you guys taking the time to come here and share your excitement and get me all excited. And for the Ducky memorabilia, thank you so much for that. Was thoughtful. That was very, very thoughtful. I'm going to keep one of these because I want to adopt some ducks.
give you more.
Absolutely.
Leave some here, so there will be some of the adoption forms here at the station, and as well as the 3 Samuel Dixon Family Health Center locations: Valverde, Canyon Country, and Newhall. So please, please, please buy your ducks and help support an amazing nonprofit. We are at the top of our hour. We're going to get you caught up with your national and international headlines. And we are here by way of KHTS Radio on your hometown station, 98.1 FM and AM 1220. Have a great day.